Hi everyone, this is Om from Civil Center. Welcome to our channel. As we know, Civil Center is continuously working with the vision to guide civil engineering students and professionals. And for that, we keep making videos on different software. So in the last session, I have told you that this is a course on G+1 building detailing using Tekla structures, and I have demonstrated about the Tekla structures, what it is, then I have explained what is building information modeling and what this software does, what are the applications of the Tekla structures that were also covered, and I have explained you the syllabus of this training program. So we have started with the introduction, then the study of structural drawing, then interface description, toolbar and setting description, then we will start working on a live model, and after that we will go for the reinforcement detailing, and then we will move to the drawings. In the drawings we will learn how to make a GA drawing, that is general arrangement drawing. Now the question is, what is general arrangement drawing? So a general arrangement drawing is a drawing which gives you a detailed view of your structure. Suppose you are making or designing any structure on any structural designing software like Tekla Structural Designer or ETABS or even StatPro. So after that, what is your final output? Your final output is a structural drawing which you give to your site engineer who will execute that drawing. Now that is okay if you are working with a building like G plus 3 or lesser, then that is enough. But if you are working on a multi-story building, then you need the detailed drawing. Now why is it needed? It is needed because if you will go for the detailed drawing, then you will know uh, what is the exact length of any bar, and if you are, or if by mistake the structural designer has provided any extra reinforcement over there which is not needed, then you can simply deduct that and make a drawing which is applicable, which is safe and economical as well. So if you are working on any building, then you will see that uh, there is lap length, and there the structural designer may provide the extra length. Okay, so if you are deducting that length and your structure is safe, then your project cost will come down remarkably, and for that we need the detailed drawings. So in the detailed drawing you can simply get the drawing of each and every structural member. So all you need to do is to model that in a software and then provide the reinforcement according to the structural drawing, and you can decide where the reinforcement should be provided and where it can be deducted. So doing the same thing in each and every structural member, you can save a lot of uh, like money by reducing the size of the reinforcement. Suppose in a beam, okay, uh, in the structural drawing there is the lap length or something like L length is provided extra, so you are saving there 3 to 4 inches of the reinforcement from there, and then you will have to multiply that 3 to 4 inches with the number of main reinforcement that are there. Then there are extra reinforcement also. So on total, even in a simple beam, you need at least 4 reinforcement, that is the 4 main reinforcement. Then there will be at least 2 extra reinforcements should be over there. Then suppose you are saving a 3 inches at a place, then you will multiply that with 6 over here, then you have saved 18 inches in a single beam. Now similarly you will have to multiply that with all the beams on the floor, and then if you are working on a multi-story project, then you will just multiply that with the number of floors, and similarly you can save the bars or the reinforcement in column. Then there is slab over slab is there is a staircase, and you can just save such like a reinforcement in all the structural members, and collectively it will save you tons of reinforcement. And you know what is the cost of the reinforcement that is currently there in the market now, right? So this way you will use the detailed drawing. Now we will go to the next topic over here. Okay, so before that I will just check. Okay, so Nikhil is saying that sir teach in Hindi. Okay, sorry Nihal. Yeah, hello Nihal. I will teach in Hindi then. Okay, so I will continue in Hindi then. Okay, so I will just share my screen with you, and over here you can see कि हम लोगों ने इन 7 टॉपिक्स में इस पूरे ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम को डिवाइड किया हुआ है। तो हम लोग स्टार्ट करेंगे इंट्रोडक्शन के साथ, जिसमें कि मैंने ऑलरेडी बता दिया है कि एक बीआईएम सॉफ्टवेयर क्या होता है, टेक्ला स्ट्रक्चर्स क्या होता है, और इसका हम लोग यूज कहाँ कहाँ करते हैं। देन मैंने अपने पिछले सेशन में ये भी बताया था कि एक स्ट्रक्चरल ड्राइंग में हम लोग को कौन सी चीज़ें हैं जो देखनी होती हैं, और उसे कैसे स्टडी करके हम लोग इसे आगे प्रोसीड करेंगे और डिटेल ड्राइंग की तरफ मूव करेंगे। आज थर्ड टॉपिक दैट इज इंटरफेस डिस्क्रिप्शन पे हम लोग बात करेंगे और सीखेंगे कि हम लोग का जो टेक्ला स्ट्रक्चर है उसका इंटरफेस कैसा दिखता है और उसमें कौन कौन से टूल्स हैं जिससे हम लोग एक मॉडलिंग को स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। सो इस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में हम बात करेंगे आरसीसी मॉडल पे, एंड देन आफ्टर वी विल गो फॉर द टूल बार एंड सेटिंग डिस्क्रिप्शन, जिसमें हम लोग टूल बार क्या होता है, उस टूल बार में कौन कौन से टूल्स होते हैं, क्या क्या सेटिंग्स होती हैं जो हमें टेक्ला स्ट्रक्चर्स में करनी होती है, वो सीखेंगे। देन हमारा फिफ्थ टॉपिक आता है जिसमें कि हम लोग एक लाइव मॉडल पे काम करना स्टार्ट करते हैं। अब लाइव मॉडल क्या होता है? लाइव मॉडल का मतलब होता है कि आपका जो भी प्रोजेक्ट जो आप यहाँ पे सीख रहे हैं वो प्रोजेक्ट अगर कहीं पे एक्चुअल में एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा है तो हम उसे लाइव मॉडल कहते हैं। ठीक है, जैसे कि आपको क्लास में कोई प्रोजेक्ट पढ़ाया जा रहा है, वही प्रोजेक्ट साइट पे एग्जीक्यूट भी हो रहा है, तो उस प्रोजेक्ट को हम लोग लाइव प्रोजेक्ट कहेंगे और उस पे की हुई मॉडलिंग को हम लोग लाइव मॉडल कहेंगे। ओके, देन Vishwanath is saying that sir English continue. Okay, so I will go for the mixed language. I will explain in Hindi and English as well. Okay, so at first let's keep this session in a little bit of mixed language. So we will go for the English, that is the mixture of Hindi and English. Okay, so आज हम लोग सीखेंगे कि हम लोग का इंटरफेस डिस्क्रिप्शन क्या होता है और उसमें क्या क्या चीजें हैं जो हमें पढ़नी है। Okay, so I have already covered the portion of the study of structural drawing. Then now we will go for the interface description. So over here you can see this is how our interface looks like. Whenever you will open up the Tekla structure, then you will see that your interface will look something like this. Okay, and I will use the laser pointer. So on the right side you can see over here we have the coordinates. So these are the x, y, z coordinates, and then we have the labels. So these labels will help you out to name your grid lines. Okay, and in the coordinates you can specify the distance between the coordinates. So here you can see 1 multiplied by 3600, that is in the x direction you have the grid lines that are spaced at 3600. Okay, so if you will change the number 1, if you'll make it 2, then it will change accordingly. Okay, and when we will go for the modeling, then we will learn how to change these coordinates and how the changing of the coordinate will help you to change the distance between the grid lines and also the number of grid lines that are present over here. Okay, then the process is similar in y direction and the z direction. So in the z direction nothing is visible over here, but if you want then you can also make that visible. Once you will start modeling then you can do that. Then we will go for the labels. So here the labels are named as A, B, C. That means we have the three grid lines in the x direction, and those are A, B and C. So you can see over here that your x direction is in this direction, then you have y in this direction, and then you have z in upward direction. So upward and downward direction is the z direction. If you are moving upward, then that is positive z. If you are moving downwards, then that is negative z. And same principle will act for the x and y direction. So this is your x direction, and in the x direction you can see that you have three grid lines that are A, B and C, and that is named over here. So you can name it according to your wish. So normally we go for the numeric value in the y direction, and alphabetical or alphanumeric value in the x direction, and in the g direction we go for the distances. So we can just name it as according to the distances or according to the heights, you can say. Then we have the line extensions over here. So what is the line extension in the left and the below? What is the line extension in the right and above? And what is origin? So this is our origin, and you can specify the origin according to your need. So right now it is taken 0 0 0, but you can definitely modify them. So if you are making any changes in the coordinates, then you will have to make the changes and click on modify, and your grid lines will be modified. Now let's move to the top bar, that is the menu bar. So in the menu bar you can see we have a steel, concrete, and we have option to edit, then view, then the drawing reports, manage, analyze, analysis and design, Trimble Connect, bridges and formwork. So these are the different things that are used for the different purpose over here. Okay, now let's go and see if we have any other question. Sir, of which material we must know rate of for creating estimate? Okay, Shrikant is asking a question over here, and Shrikant, if you are willing to go for the estimate, then you must know the rate of each and every material. Then like whatever material that you are using over there, like if you are going for a RCC structure, then you must know the cost of all, like sand, then coarse aggregate, and then cement. Also you will have to know the rate of the reinforcement. Then you will have to go for the rate of the labors, what is the labor charge over that place, and what are the each, and you will have to just count each and everything, and then you will have to plan your project, and according to that you can prepare the estimate. So if you are going to willing to go for the estimate, then you will have to know the cost of each and every material that is being used in your project. Even if you are creating a making an estimate or preparing an estimate for the whole project, then in the last you will also have to go for the cost of the painting. Then if there marble is being used in the building, then you will have to also consider the cost of that. So everything will be considered over there. Okay, now Dheeraj is saying that sir super chat karo or Paytm. Okay Dheeraj, there is no need to do all these things. How to control labor, any tip? Yeah, Shrikant, if you are willing to control the labor, then you can do one thing. Like you will have to plan your project properly. Like you will have to consider each and everything, like the environmental conditions should be planned, pre-planned. Okay, and then after that you can also give this responsibility to the contractor. There is a labor contractor on any or each and every project. Okay, so if your labor contractor is good, then that can he can control it. But being an estimator or being a consultant, it will be tough for you to control the labors. But I would suggest you to like go for a trusted labor contractor. Okay, so just analyze his previous works and talk with the other consultants if you are hiring him. Okay, that is the only thing that you can do to control the labor, because controlling the persons in any site is the toughest task, because they will just take the leave on the random days and everything. Sir, sign in. Then we have the Be Honest Indian with us, and he's saying that, sir, sign in problem in installing Tekla in Windows 7. Actually, Windows 7 is outdated now, and Tekla is such a software which keep updating itself. So it's better if you go for the Windows 10. And even in Windows 10, you will have to check the configuration of your PC, that आपके पीसी में क्या कॉन्फ़िगरेशन सेल है, जैसे कि आपके पास एटलीस्ट 8 GB रैम होना चाहिए, देन आपका i5 प्रोसेसर होना चाहिए. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स यू मस्ट कीप इन माइंड. ओके. And I apologize, Nihal, that I'm not getting the questions. Sir, errors in the sign in Tekla. Yeah, okay. Be honest, Indian. Can you just give me your name, because I forgot your name actually. I'll write your name over here. Okay. सो जो एरर्स आ रहे हैं आपके, वो कभी कभी इसलिए भी आते हैं क्योंकि आपका जो इंस्टॉलेशन प्रोसेस है उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया होगा, आपने कोई स्टेप जो है स्किप कर दिया है. सो आप सिविल सेंटर के चैनल पे जाइए, वहाँ पे एक्चुअली मैंने डेमोन्स्ट्रेट किया हुआ है कि क्या क्या स्टेप्स है. आप उस वीडियो को पहले पूरा देख लीजिए, उसके बाद इंस्टॉलेशन का प्रोसेस स्टार्ट कीजिए, तो जाके हो सकता है कि आपका जो सॉफ्टवेयर है वो प्रॉपरली इंस्टॉल हो पाए. ओके. सो नॉर्मली क्या होता है कि वहाँ पे इंस्टॉलेशन में ही कुछ एरर हो जाते हैं, या फिर आपकी पीसी का जो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन है वो मैच नहीं कर रहा होता है. ये दो कंडीशंस होते हैं. और थर्ड एक कंडीशन होता है कि आपका ईमेल आईडी जो है, ट्रिम्बल पे आपने जो साइन इन किया है, और अभी आप जो सॉरी, हाँ, या इमरान. सो इमरान, आपका हो सकता है कि ट्रिम्बल पे जो आपने आईडी साइन इन किया है वो, और अभी जो आप लॉगिन करने के लिए ट्राई कर रहे हैं वो दोनों आईडी पासवर्ड में कुछ मिसमैच हो सकता है. तो ये 3 कंडीशंस है जिसकी वजह से एरर्स आते हैं जब आप साइन इन करने जाते हो. ओके. Okay, so guys, if you have any other question, you can simply ask that question over here, and I will definitely answer that to you. And let's see who is having the next question over here. And till then, I will just continue with what I was doing. Okay, so just give me a moment over here, and by the time, if you have any question, you can simply ask that. Okay. I'm just finishing up attaching the thumbnail to this live session. Okay, something went wrong. So guys, tell me, am I audible to you? Because I am facing a little bit of the internet issue over here. So guys, if I am audible to you, please say that yes sir, you are audible, and I can continue the session. And okay, by the time, if someone is having any question, then you can also ask that over here. Okay. Okay, thanks, respected sir. Okay, Imran, just tell me if I am audible. Okay, yeah. Okay, Shrikant is saying that I am audible. Okay, thank you, Shrikant. And yeah, so I will continue with this. Okay. And if you have any question, then you can ask that. Okay, so we have learned what is the coordinates all about, and we will start with we were on the menu bar. Now let's go for the concrete. So in the concrete, you are getting a bunch of options like columns. So over here you have option of creating the columns. Okay, so that you can see over here, you can create columns with this one. Okay, then we have option of creating the concrete beam, and in the beam you have 3 different options. First one is to create the concrete beam, second one is to create the poly beams, and then you can also go for the spiral beam. So if you are like working on any model, then you can go for the simply creating the beams. But if you have a long model, then you can also go for creating the poly beams if all the beams are having the same cross section. Okay, so for the same cross section, you can go for the poly beams if they are connected in the similar way. Then if you are working on a circular coordinate, then you can go for the spiral beam. After that, we have option of creating the panels over here, and in the panels you can simply create a normal panel, or you can also create the wall layout. And this is very simple. You will have to just open up the Tekla instructions, and you can just uh, go over the tools, and then you will also find the shortcuts over here. Then we have the slab over here, and obviously you know what is the slab. Then we have lofted slab and also the floor layout. So I have also made a short video on what is lofted slab and what is floor layout. And the slab is the simple one that we use in our normal buildings. Then we have the options for the pad footing over here, and also the strip footing is there. So if you know how to study the structural drawing properly, then you can simply go for all these things. And then we have the items, and in the items you can use it to create the concrete items. And in the cast unit tool you have different options, like you can create a cast unit and add to cast unit. If you are willing to know what is the cast unit, and how to remove the cast unit, how to explode it, then you can go in the beginners level, and over there you can watch the videos. I have also made the short videos on that, and you can learn these tools from there. Okay, because in this training program we will start with the live project. Okay, then we have rebars with us, and here this is the bar group, and creating reinforcement in the bar group, this option is very much useful if you are working with the slab. Then we have bars over here, and this will become handy when you are working on the beam, on the column. Then we have curved bar group. If you are going for a circular column, then that will help you out. Then we have also the option of create circular reinforcing bar group. Then we have mesh, and normally we go for the mesh. In India, this is of little use, but in the foreign countries we use the mesh on a regular basis. And then we go for the create reinforcement stand pattern. So Tekla structures is I guess working in 32 different environments, so it is giving you option of all the things. Then we have rebar splice, so you can use it to cut the rebars. And then we have rebar shape catalog, and you can use it to get the rebar of different shapes. And then we have attach reinforcement to part, then detach reinforcement from part. Okay, then we have group, so you can just select the rebars from here and group it. And you, if you are willing to ungroup that, then you can ungroup that using this option. Then we have rebar set, and creating the rebar sets is very much useful if you are working for the slabs. Basically for the beams and the columns you can always go for the rebar, and in this you will find the option of the bar, and you can use that. Then we have the option to create the longitudinal rebar, then create rebars by face, then create rebars by guidelines, create rebars by point and put, then rebar shape placing tool, and regenerate rebar shapes. So these are the few basic tools that you can use while modeling or while placing the reinforcement in the RCC model. Okay, that was all for today. If you want to join the full training of this course, then you will have to just fill a Google form, and you can get the link in the description. So you have to go to this form and choose for G+1 building detailing using Tekla structures. And if you are also willing to go for the recorded session of it, then I will also add a link for the recorded session of G+1 building detailing using Tekla structures in the description, and you can register yourself for that. You can also suggest me what is the next topic that you want on the channel of Civil Center in the comment section. So guys, if you have liked this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.